Hello, everyone. It's me, I guess. I don't really know how to do this, I just post a dumb video and then things just sort of blew up. So I'm just gonna roll with it. And I just felt like since the series is over, why not make a tier list of all the episodes? I will clarify that before I do this, that if I were comparing Owl House to other shows, then the lowest episode would have been in C tier. However, since I'm comparing the episodes with all the other episodes, that's why there's the need for D and F tier. So here we go, I guess. So lighting witch and a warning. The good old first episode. Solid B. Like it got the ball rolling, but when you like look back on it, it's like, yeah, that's a Disney plot pilot. And that's kind of my thoughts on it. It's like, yeah, that's solid. And not much else. Uh which is before Wizards. Another solid B, but I would put it slightly above the first episode just because I like the message and sort of like the idea of like, oh, the whole fantasy within the fantasy world to show that, oh, this isn't like a healthy type of fantasy for you to have type thing. I like that. It's cool. Also, I like the whole never trust a man in sandals thing, which is a very true thing that you should take to heart. Now, I was a teenage abomination, aka oh, ignore that. Well, we'll keep that in. We'll keep that in. Yeah, this is unscripted, by the way. Anywho, I was a teenage abomination. That is an A. I love. It's a good first episode. It's a good like introduction to Hexside. Good introduction of Amity. It's like fucking. It's hilarious. It's good. It's good. It's a good one. Uh, yeah, I don't have many thoughts on it except for the whole meme of just Amity jumping on the table is really great. I love Bump because he's sort of introduced as somewhat of a villain, but not really, and that's neat. Now, the intruder, that's the first S, in my opinion, just because it introduces Edith's curse, it introduces the magic system, it like gives us some lore about demons. It's just a really solid episode and like led to all the fan art of like, oh, look at them reacting to normal rank type stuff, which is, that's always a good thing. The how Edith's curse is introduced and handled is done really well and lays the foundation for just the rest of the series in terms of the magic system and Edith's curse, which is really cool. Convention, another S. I can't decide whether I want to put it above the intruder or not, so I'll just leave it there for now. But yeah, convention, more good world building. It kicks off sort of like Amity's, I guess, redemption arc, kind of, or I guess more like Luce and Amity becoming friends. It introduces Lilith, which adds a fun dynamic, sort of like our season one kind of Team Rocket like villain. Not really like in the sense that she's at all like Team Rocket, but more in the she serves the same purpose of like, I'm gonna get your thing or I'm gonna get you, but I just don't kind of thing. Yeah. Now Hootie's moving Hassel D. I don't really like it. Like, I guess the best part of it would probably be like, I guess just the joke about the guy wanting to push the children off a cliff, in my opinion. And I feel like there was a lot of things that just never came up again with this, in my opinion. And then there's also the fact that like I don't know, this was still around the time where like Gus wasn't really a character. He was just kind of there, in my opinion. Lost in language, S S. Yeah, this is when, at least for me, since when I started the show, only the first 10 episodes were out. Yeah, this is where I sort of started the hop on the Lumity train, and I'm just gonna put it in S for that. That's a very dumb reason. Now the next episode, Once Upon a Swap. That's an F. I hate the body swap trope, and I feel like it if there was a lot of wasted potential of there being a body swap spell, and they don't really think about the implications of that in terms of how that would affect you, like, oh, the curse and all these other things. It just kind of there. I guess you could make the joke like, oh, it's the first instance of Titan loose, but yeah, it's not good. Someone ventured, someone friend. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this is a C for me. Like the stuff with Ida is really good. The rest of the episodes kind of mid, and that's it. Escape of the Palisman. I'm gonna put that in B. It's very interesting, but we never bring up any of the things brought up there ever again because Disney was like, no, you don't get a season three. So we never had the opportunity to. So since in insensitivity, that's another D. It just feels like one of those ones that's supposed to just randomly come on so people who haven't seen the rest of the Owl House could just watch an episode and be like, yeah, that's good. And then it's just kind of, I don't know, it just didn't really hit. Adventure in the Elements, A, above the Abomination one. Yeah, because this is where Luce learns the ice glyph. This is the one that totally not half the fan base pirated because the turkey version was released early. Totally didn't do that. Totally watched it legally, y'all. But yeah, this is really good. You have Luce learning another spell. You have basically more added to the groundwork of Luce and Amity's relationship. It's just a solid episode, really good. The first day, I'm gonna put that at the top of B. I mean, like it was cool. It introduced Basculus. It introduced three character designs that the fandom would be obsessed with for. Let's be honest, one character design that the fandom would be obsessed with for a while, and that being Viney. So yeah, good. Not really A material to me though overall, but still pretty cool. And also just has the first hint of Amity having a crush on Luce. But overall, it's just a solid episode, but not like exceptional. Really small problems. Uh, yeah, yeah, that one just kind of exists, and that's all I really think about it. I mean, it's not the best. This one's S. This one's S. Understanding Willow is S for me because it's just really good. Really introduces an interesting concept of like the photo memories, introduces like the backstory of Willow and Amity, and sort of like the reconciliation, and it's done pretty well. Then there's Enchanting Gromfright, which is, yeah, that's S as well. We all know why. Wing It Like Witches. I'm gonna put that on the bottom of. You know what? I'm gonna put that in A. Just because though the gay panics are really funny and really well done, and I really like the episode, it's just basically like let's have a nice happy episode before we traumatize our audience. Speaking of which, Agniva Witch. Um, yeah, I put that in the top of S. The fight between Lilith and Ida is really cool, really emotional, really well done, and I really like the cliffhanger, and it's really like terrifying. Young Blood, Old Souls. I feel like this was this is an all right finale. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A. It's really good. I feel like there was like some things where like it probably should have had, I guess, a little more runtime towards it. But overall, really good episode. Bellows is a great villain, and he had a very menacing presence in this episode, and it was really well done. Uh, Now there's separate tides. Uh, I'm gonna just put this at the top of B. Just a solid episode. Introduces Hunter. Really, really well done. Uh, I really am trying not to put a bunch of Lumini stuff in S tier, but escaping expulsion, I guess, is just A. Yeah. It would be yeah, middle of A. Just good episode, really good fight scene between Luce, Amity, and the Abomatron. We get introduced to Amity's horrible parents. Yeah, it's really well done. We also get the gem of the line, "My Luce," which everyone lost their minds over. So now we're moving on to uh, Echoes of the Past. This is going to be up in S tier. Actually, I'm gonna move Agony of the Witch down here. Yeah, Echoes of the Past is sort of yeah, Echoes of the Past is just really good here. I just really like it. It's good. I love just getting more King backstory, a lot more lore. Like the performance that Alex Hirsch puts into King's voice when he's breaking up and crying is so good. Like it's so good because it just emotionally hurts me. Keeping Up Appearances is cool to see Beast Lilith and Lilith getting drunk on bad ice cream. C because it feels like it was more just an episode to set up stuff, and that was about that. Looking Glass Ruins. Okay, so Lumity stuff was great. Gus stuff was okay. I'm trying to think. B or A? B or A? I would put it above Separate Tides. Yeah. I feel like it was, I don't know. I liked seeing more of Gus, but it felt like sort of Gus' whole thing was overshadowed by the fact that you know, the first Lumity kiss, even though it was a kiss on the cheek, happened. So, like, it's kind of hard to just, top that. Okay. Now, the next three are just really good. Uh, Hunting for the Palisman, I'm gonna put that top of A. Yeah, I just really like it. Hunters like real, like seeing more of Hunter is really well done. I really like the dynamic between him and Luce. I just think it's a really solid episode. I just don't consider it S, but it's really good. Ida's Requiem, that's gonna go right here. It's just really good. Rain's an amazing character. I love Bard magic. I love the concept of Edith Kurtz corrupting magic and how that can be used as a weapon. I love Eberwolf. I love Darius. I love it all. Uh, yeah, this was probably going to be at the top for a while. Knock, knock on Hoodoo's door. This is basically, they take the same structure as the worst episode and turned it into the best episode by basically solving like three plot points in the most concise but well done and well thought out way, and it just felt so good and satisfying. Eclipse Lake, that's also S. It's also S. Just purely for the fight scene between Amity and Hunter alone. That's S. That's S. I love how just this this tier list is so lopsided to S, but this is a good show, so who cares? Yesterday's Lie. Uh, I love V, and that's yeah, and the conversation at the end and how great Camilla takes this whole thing. But not really an S. So yeah, I'll give it that. This is a C. I just kind of forget about this episode a lot. I mean, I love the evil plant lady, and I love the sweet, tender, uh, like Lumity moments. So I'm gonna put it on the top of C actually, but it's just kind of yeah. I don't think people are gonna be like, oh, my favorite Owl House episode, Foley's at the Coven Day Parade, season 2, episode 11. That's my favorite. I don't think people are going to be like that. And I think when people go back to like watch YouTube reactions of episodes, they're not going to be like, oh my God, the Coven Day parade reaction. Gotta catch that. All right. Elsewhere and else when. I would put this, yeah, in A. I put it in A. It's really well done time travel episode. And I just like the fact that uh Bellis was petty enough to remember the punch in his face for 400 years. Uh, any sport in Storm, uh, Hunter basically gets friends. Top of A. Reaching out. This is S right below knocking on Hootie's door. The way they handle grief and handle like with a relationship between Amity and Luce and how to like deal with like bumps in a relationship when someone's not being fully honest with their feelings for whatever reason. I love how that's handled. I love the fact that like Amity's dad used to be like cool and she wants to like follow in the more like cool footsteps and stuff like that. And it's just well done. I like it. Them the breaks kid. Yeah, that's gonna be just for young Ida alone and young Rain. That's gonna be, I would say, bottom of S. Yes, that I'm happy with. I love this episode just because these two dorks are so cute and have a great dynamic and some fun episode. Also, Bump. I love Bump in this episode. Principal Bump needs just all the best things to happen to him. All right, now we're into Hollow Mine. Yeah, this is gonna be an S, but we're gonna put it, I guess, yeah, below Ida's Requiem. That feels appropriate. I like it's really good. It's really good. I love it. It expands. It basically confirms everything we knew about Bellows. It gives us a lot of information with the background details to basically tell the entire story of the two brothers without having to make an episode for it, which is really good for the team, given the fact that they didn't get a full season 3 because Disney is stupid. Now, uh, okay. Edge of the World, more King lore. I'll put it below Yesterday's Lie, and I know it below Hunting's Talisman. More King lore breaks your heart. Not as much as like Echoes of the Past did for me at least, but the part where he's like, "Oh, then we get to play catch, right?" When they're about to kill him, just, just fucking stab me in the heart. Holy heck, you know? I love how I'm trying not to curse, but I just naturally do. Okay. Labyrinth Runners. This is going to be another like really good episode that I'm gonna put. Yeah, top of A. Labyrinth Runners, really good. Love that they did an episode without Luce in it, and it's really well done, and I love it. Great. Now, O Titan, where art that thou? This is kind of B. I mean, there was a lot of tension in it, but then it was sort of undercat cut by the cats. And but overall, pretty solid episode. Now we get to the end. Now we get the clouds on the horizon. This gets up to A. Just purely the fact that they put all of the budget of it into the kiss, which was extremely cute and well done. I mean, the rest of the episode's really good too, but I just find it funny that they put all of the budget into the kiss. I mean, where else do you put it? You know, that's what really matters. Uh, King's Tide. This is definitely S. This is so S. This is I would yeah, I would put it right here. It's a really good finale. It sets up so much tension, and like the cliffhanger just like was amazing and really well done. And I just really love just they establish how terrifying the collector is by him just turning Bellows into goop and being like, let me just move the moon. Whoop. You know? All right. Now thanks to them, this is, in my opinion, out of the specials, one of the best ones. It it goes right up here. It's really well done. They did the best they could with all the time they had, and they really made a really solid episode with a really good plot dealing with the doubts of Luce and Hunter and all that. Uh, then there's this one. Honestly, For the Future is one of the weaker of the specials. I'll put it bottom of S just because like I really like how they handled like Willow, Hunter, Gus, and Luke getting our palisman. I just really like that. The emotional beats were strong and well done. The only thing that kind of pulls it down to the bottom of S would be like sort of like I don't know. I feel like it was interesting to try to give Basha and some of the other Hexai kids more depth. It just like, it just with if they had more time, it probably would have been better. Now there's Watching and Dreaming, which is just a solid end to the series. No, actually, I'm gonna put For the Future into A. Uh we're gonna put it below Yesterday's Lie. And then we're going to put the last episode at the top of A just because it's a really solid finale. But, like they kind of, it's just kind of like it does its job. It does its job of ending the series. And I got really emotional while watching it. But I will say that, like, when I think back on this series, that it wouldn't be my favorite episode of all of them, but it was really good. This was a great series, as you can see by the majority of this list being A and S tier. And I just, I have no idea how controversial any of these opinions will be, but I guess we'll find out. So I guess I'll see y'all around and thank y'all for getting me to 600 subscribers somehow. I was not expecting that when I posted the like video about King's dad, but things just sort of happen. All right. Thanks. Bye.